So today we have yoga that meets you in your bed. This one a few people have done, and it's kind of like that restorative. I have been feeling a little bit under the weather lately. Been having a lot of seizure type activity over the past week. It's finally slowed down, so we're getting better. Little disclaimer, you might hear some music in the background. I don't own any of the rights, but Spotify, with my paid premium, allows me to listen and enjoy and share with you, if you can hear it. I'm hoping you can hear me. I will play around and test the sound later after the video is done to check that out. And one last disclaimer is you might see my pets wander through the video. I have a pit bull, I have a cat, and they're very social sometimes. So with that, we're gonna do a little bit of yoga in bed. I'm not sure how long this video is gonna end up being. I like to kind of just go with it and see where we end up. We will end with a small little shavasana at the end with our final corpse pose, and we'll be in bed. So this one might be good for if you're waking up and you're feeling under the weather, or maybe you want to go for a nap, or it's bedtime, any of the above. It's just good for whenever you want it. So we're gonna actually start lying down. So we'll come to lie on our bed. And if you've got a big enough bed, you'll bring your head just under the pillow, feet to the end of the bed, let the arms drift to the sides, the ankles start to fall open towards the edges of your bed. And we breathe. If you came to this with any expectations of what this practice looks like or needs to be, I'm going to ask that you let those go as if it was that balloon that you got at the fair and the wind took the string from your hand, and now all you see is that blue or that red or that purple balloon floating up into the sky, further, further into the clouds, allowing yourself to drift into this present moment. For the really advanced go-getters, I'd like you to start to turn the corners of your mouth upward into a smile. And breathe. From here, you can start to wiggle the toes, the fingers, just bringing a little mind-body connection here, waking up the toes, waking up the fingers. You might start with that beautiful little good morning stretch. Point the toes, reach the arms long, look one way, and then the other. Exhale, those arms come out to the sides. Start to bring the knees in. Wrap the arms around the legs and just give yourself a nice little hug here. Might feel good to rock side to side. If you're feeling exceptionally go-getter, you might want to bring that forehead to the knees with an exhale. Allowing it back down to the bed with an inhale. From here, we're going to reach the legs up a little bit. Start to stretch those soles of the feet towards the roof. Again, relax those shoulders. Let the arms come to the sides naturally. And breathe. I want you to extend through those heels, those balls of the feet. Again, you might give yourself a little weeble, a little wobble. Find what you're feeling through the hips and the low back today. With your next exhale, we're going to start to bend those knees, bringing the soles of the feet towards the front of the room. And with an exhale, we'll drop the knees over to the right, taking our gaze over to the left if we've got the space. If we don't have the space today and we're feeling a little bit sore, we might keep that gaze neutral. Closing the eyes. Just letting that breath guide you. Anything that pops into the head, just remember that little balloon floating into the clouds, further from sight. That to-do list drifting away, that urge to fidget and move, and check to see if we are in perfect alignment. You want to feel like something a little more, or as if someone's giving you a little adjustment, you might bring this right hand here to the outside of this left thigh. Just allow a nice gentle stacking of the hips. Just by giving a nice little light tug, letting that elbow get heavy, allowing gravity to do some of that work. Maybe you've opened up and you can start to turn that gaze over the opposite shoulder if you haven't. And breathe. Exhale all the bullshit. Inhale. Maybe we smile. Start to let go of the leg. If you took that adjustment, we're gonna inhale, bring the knees back up through center. Again, we might exhale, tuck the knees in, give ourselves a hug, bring the forehead to the knees. Before coming back down with our inhale, bringing those soles of the feet towards the front of the room and dropping the knees over to the left. Again, you might move right away into taking the gaze over the opposite shoulder. You might want to bring that left hand to the outside of that top thigh. You might want to keep the gaze fairly neutral. Maybe you're feeling exceptionally a little tender through the neck today. Allow the bed to comfort you and support all those achy little bits. Moving only when you're ready, finding your bliss in between. Again, maybe you're really advanced and you want to turn those corners of the mouth upwards towards the eyes, sharing an internal vibe of smiles for yourself and those you love. Maybe even those you don't. Letting go. The balloon is almost just a tiny dot now. Breathe. Looking to extend that breath a little bit, even if it's just by 1 second. Slow down. Again, we're going to start coming back towards neutral. Moving with the breath, we'll inhale. Start to bring those legs back towards center. Exhale, maybe we give ourselves a nice little hug. From here, I want you to go ahead, relax those shoulders down, extend through the left leg, and hug the right leg in. Maybe you wrap that left arm around that right leg. Maybe you wrap that, right arm around your right leg. Whichever is more comfortable. Maybe you're good just leaving the hands interlaced around the shin. Good thing I'm the ugly horse. We're allowed to have bloopers here. BT dubs, don't be afraid to fart. You're in your own home. I hope. I hope you're not doing this in the office. I mean, you could be. It's a lunch break. That'd be cool. Again, we're just breathing here, hugging this leg in. Just towards the chest. Maybe you want to play a little bit so you start to move that knee closer to the right armpit. Trying to hug it towards the armpit. Getting into just a different area of that front inner thigh. And just looking to relax. Trying not to clench. Trying not to force. Just trying to be relaxed. Maybe you start to hug that leg in a little bit tighter. Your inhale, we're going to try and grab the outside of our foot. If you're not there and you can only grab the outside of your shin, that's perfectly okay. We're just going to bend through this right knee and pull that knee towards the outside of the chest as if we were going for a half happy baby. So again, your hand might reach the outside of that foot. Again, maybe it's more comfortable for you to grab the inside of that foot. We're all a little bit different. Allow yourself to be weird in your own way. And again, if you're not there, you may just be grabbing the calf, the shin, and just allowing yourself that extra space you need. We don't always have to be in the full extent of the posture for it to do the work. From here, I want you to go ahead and just wiggle those right toes. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Again, you might start to turn the corners of the mouth upwards into a smile, allowing some playful nature to take over. We might start to rotate that ankle one way and then the other. Getting a little bit of wrist action in there if we're holding on through the foot. From there, we're going to go ahead, switch the grip so that the left hand comes outside of that right knee. Let go with the right hand. Start to cross over that right leg to the left, allowing the knee to meet the bed. If it doesn't meet, maybe you grab one of your pillows and prop it up. Giving yourself, again, that extra support, that extra space. You might want to keep the gaze neutral. You might want to turn it over the opposite shoulder. Breathe. Inhale all the wonderful things, all your dreams, your goals, your ambitions. And exhale all the fumbles, the could have done, the should have done. We'll get there. Inhale. Exhale. Again, starting to come back to neutral with the inhale. Allowing that exhale to hug again, that right leg in towards the chest. Breathe. Allow yourself 3 full breath cycles here. Don't be shy. With the inhale, we're going to switch, starting to extend through the right leg and hug in that left leg. Again, maybe hooking the left arm over the shin or the right arm. Maybe we're just interlacing the hands for now. Wherever you're at, allow your mind to meet you without judgment. We get enough of that everywhere else throughout the day. We don't need it from ourselves as well. At least not in our yoga practice. At the very least, not in our yoga practice. If you got an itch, scratch it. If you need some water, grab it. If you got tea or coffee handy, sip it and slurp it. Love it. If you need at any time to just go back to Shavasana, that final corpse pose, or any other rest pose, feel free to take that at any time. Checking in to see if you might be able to start to hug that leg in a little bit tighter, a little bit closer. Relaxing through those shoulders and that right leg a little bit more. Maybe you start to play and move that knee towards the left armpit. Still breathing. Big, beautiful inhale in. Bold, excellent exhale out. Again, trying to relax that upper body, middle body, the leg. It's extended and compressed. Allow yourself to feel what's going on in those tissues. Looking not to fight it, but sit down with it and have a cup of tea with it. Again, we're going to just start to move a little bit here. So we're going to inhale and start to just move into our happy baby. Again, using that left hand for the left outside of the foot if it reaches. Maybe you want to grab the inside of the foot. Maybe you're not there today and you're grabbing the shin and the calf. And if you're there, just allow the foot to relax. There's no need to put extra strain where you don't need it. We're gently pulling that knee, that left knee, outside of the ribs and the chest, towards the mat, between the arm. Looking not to hyperextend in muscle. You might wiggle those toes, wobbling, weebling, getting to know them. They might not move the same way as the other side. They might not want to wiggle and wobble individually. They might move all together. You might move into some of those beautiful little ankle rotations, getting some wrist action at the same time. One way, and then the other. Always moving with that breath. finding some stillness when you're ready. Breathing. Smiling. Enjoying this extra bit of time you get in the bed with yourself. The body might really be starting to get a little angry through this leg, a little stressed, a little worried. It might feel like it can't possibly go on any further, but I urge you to continue and take one, maybe two more big, beautiful inhale-ins. Those full breath cycles. Inhale and exhale. Pushing yourself just a little bit further. It's worth it. I promise. It's all for you. With the last of that exhale, we'll start to switch the grip, moving the right hand to the outside of that left thigh, letting the left thigh slowly come across the body towards the right side, meeting the mat. Finding a one-legged spinal twist. You might turn that gaze over the opposite shoulder. We might leave it neutral. If you feel you're clenching through the shoulders, you might relax. Maybe you go back to the last time someone gave you a nice little massage. I had a yoga teacher once who would start class giving everyone a very nice juicy neck and shoulder rub while we were in seated meditation. It's always something I looked forward to because it was non-invasive and it was safe, and everybody can use a little neck relaxation and a friendly touch every now and then. Breathing. If you can relax that hand, that wrist, the forearm, the hips, the neck, the back and the feet. Let go and relax. Again, you might be starting to feel really bored, wondering why the heck did I even bother tuning into this? It's not what I thought it was. I just urge you to go a little bit further. One more breath in and out. And out. And start to let go of that spinal twist. Bringing that left leg back in towards center. Giving it one final little hug in here. Breathing 2, maybe 3 full breath cycles. long. I'm going to get you to rotate the ankles and point those toes. We're going for that good morning stretch again. Maybe you turn the head one way, turn the head the other. Exhale, we're going to bring that chin to the chest. Head up, gaze down the body towards the toes. Breathe. 2 more full breath cycles here. Last one. Allowing that head to come back down nice and gently. From here, we're going to start to guide the soles of the feet together. Letting those knees go out in a nice diamond shape. You can make the diamond as big as you want, taking the feet as wide away from the hips as you'd like, or bringing them as close and as tight in as possible. Bringing them closer in will bring this more into the groin area. Taking the hips out, or the feet out a bit wider, will allow you to feel this a little bit more through the glutes, I would say, and hips. And less intense through the groin. So wherever you're at, again, maybe you want more comfort through the knees, so you grab your pillows, you shove one here, and you shove one there. If you're okay and you're feeling pretty comfy, you might just come on back down. Maybe placing the hands on the belly. And allowing yourself to feel the rise and the fall. We're going to go ahead and turn that left cheek down, left ear down. Keep breathing. One more on the side. Allow your inhale to bring that gaze back to neutral. Enjoy 1 or 2 full breath cycles here. We're going to go ahead and drop the right ear, right cheek down. Again, not cheating ourselves, enjoying the full extent of our breath. Really extending those lungs and that chest. Thinking like a puffer fish. Inhale. Feeling that belly fall back towards the spine. One more. Inhale brings you back to center with the gaze. We're still in this wonderful little reclined butterfly, holding on to the belly. Thinking of all the warm sunshine the butterflies feel as they're flapping from flower to flower, from tree to tree, from one destination into the next. be starting to feel a little bit more open. The groin a little more forgiving. The glutes, well, they're there, and we feel them. Keep breathing. Keep feeling that sunshine. Again, the advanced will turn the corners of their mouth upwards into a smile. We're going to move into a nice little back bend here. So we're going to take the hands and we're going to make a diamond just under our sacrum area, our tailbone area. We're going to walk our elbows in under our back body, and we'll start to arch through the spine, base towards the shoulders, allowing the head to drop and the crown to drop towards the mat. If you are not comfortable with this, please do not take it. Please do not try to move into it and then look at the video to see if you're doing it correctly. Look first, then move into it. Neck injuries are never a fun thing, and I would like you to get to know your body and heal your body rather than hurt it more. Although sometimes we do push ourselves and we do injure ourselves, and we have to take accountability for that. So get to know your body. If you know that back bends are not for you, please skip this and just stay in the reclined butterfly. For those of you who'd like to continue on with me, we're going to go ahead, take that nice little diamond shape with the hands, index fingers together, thumbs together. We're going to bring that under our hip area, under our butt, tailbone, walk those elbows in under the back body, and start to arch for fish. From here, if you'd like to extend the legs out long, you can. I'm preferring to keep it into my cobbler pose, my reclined butterfly. 2 breath cycles here. Maybe one more because it feels really good. With the exhale, we'll start to bring that chin back towards the chest, the elbows wide, walking that back body and neck gently back down to meet the bed. From here, we're going to take a mini good morning stretch, reaching those arms long, turning the gaze. Before settling back in, reaching the hands towards the outsides of the thighs and guiding the legs upwards towards one another. And then extending the legs out long. We're going to walk the feet over to the left side of the bed. Yogi's choice to keep them where they are. Once you go as far as you can go. We're going to start to walk the shoulders and the upper body over to the left side of the bed, making this nice little crescent moon shape, this little banana shape. Option to keep the arms where they are, maybe resting on the belly or at the sides. Option to cross maybe left leg over the right or right leg over the left. Play with it and see what feels good. Option to keep those feet planted where they were. Find what feels good. You might want to start to take the arms upwards, reaching over the head. Still trying to root those shoulders into the bed though, keeping them heavy and relaxed. We don't really want to see one lifting. So that's why if you're not ready to start to reach up and you just still want to feel that little micro stretch through the obliques and the side body, just leave the arms where they are. We don't have to be all the way yogi today. We can be okay with just being that lady who crosses her legs and be chilling. Couple more breaths wherever you are. If you feel pins and needles in this one, come out. take an adjusted posture of it. So for instance, my adjusted posture for helping with pins and needles and keeping my arms down or not extending as hard through the arms. Sometimes I might have gone too far in, so I'll walk back out a bit. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither were we. In fact, we took 40 weeks to be built. We're going to start allowing ourselves to come out of this one, so we unwind the legs and start to come back towards center. The upper body and the lower body eventually meeting there. Giving yourself a breath or two along the way before rushing over to the other side. Walking those legs over when we're ready. To the right. I feel like I missed the opportunity to sing Beyonce's to the left, but we're going to the right. Walking those shoulders, those legs. Again, going as far as you go. And maybe playing around. Do you want to cross the legs? Do you want to leave them uncrossed? Do you want to reach out through the arms above the head? Do you want to just kind of have them chilling on the crown? Do you want to have them chilling on the belly? Wherever you're at. Allow yourself 3 full breath cycles here. No cheating. Just breathing. Last one. Maybe you stay for one more because it felt really good. The bottom of your exhale. Allow the inhale to start to bring you back towards center. Giving yourself a moment of in-between. A little bit of breathing goes a long way. Again, we're going to wiggle and wobble those toes. Option to come to a seated position or stay lying down. Depends how you're feeling. But with the next little bit, we're just going to play with the breath and the toes. So inhale, we're going to bring the toes to our nose. Exhale, we're going to shoot the toes towards the front wall. See if you can spread them out. It might look weird, no one's watching, unless you're watching me. Inhale, toes to our nose. Exhale, shoot them out. Trying to spread those toes wide. Inhale, back to the nose. Exhale to the wall. Let that go. Wobble the heels. And wiggle the legs. If you decide to come up to a seat, I'll be right there. Nice and easy, we'll all come to a seat. We're going to pull the fleshy parts out from under the sits bones. They like to sink in there. From here, we're just going to naturally let the hands either sit at the sides or just maybe under the thighs for a little extra support. I know it's cushy in the bed and it's soft, so this one will be a little bit difficult. If you want to try it lying down, you can. But inhale, we're going to bring these knees towards our nose by contracting the thigh muscles. So inhale, knees to our nose. Exhale, relax, the knees go back towards the toes. Inhale, contracting those thighs, knees to our nose. Exhale, relax, the toes gently go, or the knees gently go back towards the toes. One more, we're going to inhale, contract those thighs. You might notice that the bottom of the legs naturally want to root towards the bed That's okay. Still holding here. Exhale, let it go. Start to soften through those knees. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna just start to naturally allow ourselves to find a forward fold. Now, if it's not the perfect forward fold where we come straight out, crown towards knee, face in our knees, that's okay. We're in bed today. If you want to, again, grab your pillow and give yourself a little extra something, by all means. You go for it, baby doll. I will never stop you from using a prop. So inhale, we're gonna grow as tall as we can through the spine. Exhale, I want you to start to just crawl forward over those thighs. The back will bend, the legs might bend. You might be grabbing onto the ankles or the shins. Maybe you're a go-getter going for those tootsies. My tootsies are a little cold, they could use some loving. Allow your head to get very heavy. Maybe it's resting on your pillow, your blanket. The inhale, we're gonna start to roll up. Take those feet a little bit wider. Exhale, again, forward fold. If the knees want to bend and the back wants to bend, if your belly gets in the way or your arms and your chest don't come down, don't worry about it. We're all a little bit different. And we all bend in different ways. Again, we'll let that inhale bring us back up. I'm going to start to bring those legs in a little bit, allowing them to take a more natural, comfy position. So we start to allow ourselves to roll back down. Maybe we want to prop our head up this time with the pillow, allowing our shavasana, our final quartz, to set in. A practice to let go. That balloon is gone. We feel about as light and airy as the clouds it drifted up into. And relax the toes, the feet, the ankles, the shins, the calves, and the knees. You let go, get heavy, you relax. The thighs, the groin, the glutes, the hips. Let go, relax. You are supported, and you are free. The stomach, the side body, back body, ribs and chest, all relaxed. Tension leaving the body, melting down those shoulders, biceps, triceps, and elbows. Forearms and wrists, your fingers. Relax. Let go as the tension drifts further and further from your body. The neck, the jaw, the mouth, all the muscles of the face. Relax the ears and the nose, the eyes, even the skin and your hair. Let go. Relax. Allowing yourself as much time as you need here to just be. If you would like to stay longer, feel free to ignore, well, not ignore, but listen gently so that you know when it's time to come out. You'll wiggle those toes, those fingers, and rotate those wrists and those ankles. You'll turn your head one way and then the other, and you'll stretch long with the toes and the arms. Come to the left side, taking that fetal position for one moment. Push yourself up into a seat. Maybe you cross the legs, maybe you don't. And you give yourself a hell yeah, because you made it through some yoga in your bed. And you did something today that was good for you. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing everyone back in the gym again soon. I miss you guys. Have a great Wednesday. Bye. Don't forget to bow to your neighbors and your friends. Community is always fun and always great to have around. Namaste.